Hello everyone and welcome to Contentment Guide Astrology. Today I'm going to be talking about the new moon in Cancer. This happens either on the 5th or the 6th of July, depending where you are in the world. So, Cancer is to do with our home, what is very close to our hearts, the people that we associate with very closely, people we live with, our family, our housemates. The moon is the ruler of Cancer, so this is a very strong moon, as the moon is in the sign where it feels completely at home. It knows where everything is, it knows how everything works. So there's a very strong moon energy in this full moon. The moon at the new moon is also present with the sun, and also present in Cancer at the moment is Venus. So the moon is a very, very dynamic energy. The moon itself can have symbolism of our bodies, our emotions, our inner world. And the fact that Venus is also in the sign of Cancer brings even more energy in terms of feminine flow. So between the moon and Venus, there's very much an energy here with this new moon, tapping into femininity, the yin things in life, going inward, really being present with what is flow. This new moon can really connect you with women, with women's rights, with things to do with being a female in general, and also just to do with the yin energy that exists in all of us. So there is a great depth here in Cancer. We're definitely being asked to really go inward and really investigate what it is that we need going forward. This Cancer sign also has to do with where you bring that inward energy into things that are important to you. So this new moon also forms a trine to the sign of Pisces. So at the moment of this new moon, we've just had Saturn in Pisces on the 29th of June and Neptune in Pisces on the 2nd of July. Both turn retrograde. So these two retrograde planets add further to this inward feeling of this moon. With a retrograde, the energies always exist about rethinking, re-evaluating, redoing, re-establishing things. So all the words with a re in the front always has to do with retrogrades. And you can check in your chart where Cancer and Pisces falls for you to get a more in-depth idea of where these things will be playing out in your life. But there is definitely an idea here that we really are very deeply re-evaluating things with this new moon. This is not on the surface. This is a very deep change and moving into a new direction with this new moon. So the other interesting thing about this new moon is that as the moon moves forward from new moon to first quarter. So the new moon is where the seed is planted, the seed of the new. Then by the first quarter moon, it's almost like a crisis point where we are asked to really make a choice and take action. And by the time the moon reaches the first quarter on the 13th and 14th of July, that is when Mars is going to be conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So Taurus forms a sextile to this new moon, which, like the trine to Pisces, is also a more harmonious energy. But with Mars and Uranus, those are not necessarily harmonious energies. More like the opposite, because Mars and Uranus coming together can be very explosive. With the tarot, Mars Uranus conjunction is very much like the Tower card. You know, things are going to change. Powerful new directions will be happening. So yes, this is a new moon and a moon cycle that definitely speaks of change. It speaks of going inward and reevaluating, and then for new choices to be made. So I also did a Ching reading for this new moon, and the Ching also beautifully speaks to the energies of the astrology. So I threw the coins and I got hexagram 24, which is rebirth or re-emergence, which is so in tune with what is going to happen by the first quarter of this moon cycle. So hexagram 24 says, return to your inner knowing, re-establish what is important, restore the way. Collaboration is invited. It might feel appropriate to completely change direction. Then it actually gave all of these words, which are related to the retrograde happening in Pisces. Reappear, renovate, restore, resurgence, rebirth, and renaissance. So these are all changing words. You know, we are definitely in a moon cycle where change abounds and we are faced with choices and new directions. It says, be open to new ideas, return to yourself, and also act on your plans. So then the changing lines in hexagram 24 changes to hexagram 45, which is a gathering or collecting. It says, unite people through a common goal. This is a time for great projects. Ask for help and advice if needed, and take things step by step. I really love what the I Ching advises here. It is such a great oracle, and this is so wise, you know, to really first go inward and reevaluate, then make choices, and then move into new connections, collaborations, projects. So I think this is a super powerful moon cycle. I mean, there's no doubt that Mars and Uranus coming together is a very strong conjunction this month. And definitely can be a bit more volatile with Mars and Uranus, but also sometimes, you know, a little bit of a metaphorical earthquake is needed to help the energies move forward again. So I have also pulled some tarot cards, and usually I just pull one card for the new moon energy, but 5 cards jumped out, and it is a little bit of a story, and I think it really relates to where this new moon is at. So first of all, I got the Strength card, and I think with the Strength card, we always know that somewhere deep inside us, even though it's not always apparent, we have that strength to walk the path that we need to walk. And the Strength card is really calling on all of us with this new moon to find that inner strength and walk that path that is calling us. So I also got the 9 of Swords, which is a little bit more of a challenging energy. As you can see, this person is sitting there, head in the hands. It can be to do with worry, with nightmares, just generally sleepless nights, and having to move in new directions and make choices. So don't get stuck in this energy, but try and move to the Strength card, where you know you have the strength inside you to face what you need to face in this moon cycle. And then very appropriately, with the Mars and Uranus conjunction that we are going to face around the first quarter moon, the Tower card came out. And I always feel that the Tower can look a bit scary because it looks like an explosion and lightning bolts and fire and people falling from the tower. And of course, these moments of change and sudden new directions can be a little bit challenging, or more than a little bit, they can be very challenging. But it is so important to remember that sometimes we need these tower moments in order to move us forward to new and better places that are actually waiting for us and calling us. And then the 4th card I got was the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups also is a little bit more of a challenging energy. But what I want to take from this card is just a sense of, you can see the person is walking away. And surprisingly, in the background there, we also have the sun and the moon coming together in a new moon. So it is an energy of newness and walking away from what is no longer working. So after that Tower moment, this is definitely a new direction to be taken. And then lastly, the Sun came out. So this is such a good closure card for this reading, because the Sun is all the good things. The Sun is flowers blooming, having fun in the sunshine. And we've gone through that Tower moment. We needed to make choices in order to move forward in a new direction. And then if we listen to our inner voice of knowing and moving forward, the Sun will come out again. And the Sun is there to support us, to help the seeds grow that we planted at the new moon, and just generally a great card to conclude this. So thank you so much for being here. And if you enjoy these readings, please like, share and subscribe. I love your comments and your observations, and I would love to hear what this new moon cycle is going to be like for you. And also please comment by the time we get to the Mars-Uranus conjunction. I would love to know what is happening for you at that time. Thank you for being here, and see you next time.